Maybe a gain of 6 on that first down carry. Second down here. Back to the 2 halfback, fullback set now. They ran one play under center with an I formation. Here's the quick toss coming near side. Turning it upfield is Morrison this time. Looks like he'll have the first down. Needed the 33 and got the 34 for a gain of 4 and a first down.
Nice tackle made by Roloffs there, but again, first downs are now dead even at 9 apiece.
Gadiant in on the tackle. You maybe could hear John Marchand in the background. First and 10 at the 34 for Chisago Lakes. Cardinals, Jacob Leyva back in there again as they go to a 5-man down front to try and chain things up. Coach Carlson making this adjustment as Chisago Lakes did run the ball well in the first half. Here's the fake on the give to keep himself into the secondary, still going. First down yardage that time for the quarterback, Wasco. He picks up 12 yards to the 46 and a first down.
Boy, he is a good runner. And again, they do such a good job of faking. You know, they tackle Pearson again. He does a good job of carrying out the fake. And again, you have to really pay attention because about the time you ignore that, they're going to hand it to him.
First and 10 now at the 46. Almost the 47, if you will, for Chisago Lakes. 2 halves and a fullback behind the QB. Man in motion. They'll keep with Wasco off the left side. Boy, it's really hard to tell. He does a nice job handling the ball, and then he keeps himself and gets across midfield, almost down to the 48 of Willmar. A gain of 6, second down and short. We do have one of the linemen for Chisago Lakes a little slow in getting up.
Yeah, it looks like Tyler Liebel, 68. And, yeah, I thought they had him stop pretty much the quarterback at the line there, but he somehow wriggled free, and Street finally tackled him.
Ooh, Liebel kind of hobbling off. Hope that's nothing serious. They'll have to bring in a backup lineman for him. He was their center as well. A key position in this offense because it's a shotgun snap.
Yeah.
Every time. So now they're down to their backup center. And that can be a tricky spot, just like it is for the Cardinals, if they have to go to a backup center with their shotgun snap. It is a short shotgun snap, but you have to have a nice little touch on the ball then.
Yeah, they kind of almost now he's going under center.
He is getting under center, perhaps because of the difficulties of doing that little short shotgun snap. Keeping again as Wasco. He made the initial on 2.
Yeah, Evan Lavelle is the guy that came in at center, number 60, and Street on that last tackle. Yeah, it's almost like a pistol, isn't it?
It is.
It's not quite the shotgun. He's pretty close to the line there.
He is. Yep, very close. It's just a little short 2-yard snap, basically. But they're under center, it looks like, again, as they don't want to have to make that snap with a backup center. So they can still run the same offense. It's just the QB is right up under the center. Wasco, he'll give to Pearson, the fullback, on the dive. He got really close.
Yeah, it looked like he might have got it,
yeah,
right?
It does. Yep. But needed 2, got 3 there. Pearson on the dive. Another first down for Chisago Lakes as they continue to move the ball. 21-6, the Cardinals lead. 8:30 to play here, third quarter.
Yeah, good opening drive here for the Wildcats. They're not going away so far, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, I was kind of pulling for a 3 and out. That didn't happen. Now you're just wanting to keep them off the scoreboard. As 5 down linemen again here for the Cardinals. That's a change. They're going 5-2. Man in motion. Fake the give. Then the handoff to another halfback. There's a little misdirection. Coach hadn't seen that on video much. Blake Schmidt wound up as the ball carrier. And he got about 3 yards down to the 40, 2nd and 7.
Schmidt listed at 155 pounds, not a real big guy. He's a junior. They kind of got a pretty good mix of players, not a ton of seniors on this team. Looking at their enrollment.
Schmidt. They've done that a few times.
Yeah, he kind of fakes
the game.
Yeah, Gregory again would have nothing to do there. He was right on him.
3rd down and 7 now for Chisago Lakes. And they do huddle in between each play. Now they come to the line. Got to be 4-down territory, I would think, if they don't pick it up, unless they would have a big loss of yardage here. Now they are going to go with that shotgun. Nope, he's going to get up under center instead. Man in motion again is Schmidt. Looked like they wanted to throw under pressure. Fleming all over him. Oh, he did somehow get rid of the football.
Wow.
Boy, Fleming was just all over the place trying to drag him down. How he escaped and got that incompletion out, I don't know. But good athletic play by Wasco as he was under pressure right from the snap of the ball. 4th and 7.
Now, he would have lost initially probably about 5 or 6 yards, and then he kind of fought back to the the original line of scrimmage before he was able to unload it somehow.
4th down and 7 at the Willmar 40. Wasco under center. Nick Wasco, senior QB. 2 halves and a fullback. Wide receiver right. 4th down, let's see what they dial up. Rolling right is Wasco. He wants to run. A lot of room to get. He won't get it. Stacked up at about the 36. He never really looked to his wide receiver. Wasco had it in mind to run the entire time. The Cardinals figured that out as quickly as he did. He needed 7, got about 4, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, good team defense there. They really put up a wall, and they stopped him, and that's key. They ate up a lot of clock there, but they didn't get it on the board. So now we'll see if the Cardinal offense can go to work.
And eating of the clock actually favors the Cardinals.
Right.
They did spend about half of that third quarter as we have 6:26 to play here in period number 3. 21-6 Cards, their first possession of the second half at their 36-yard line. Schramm ready. He'll roll to the right. Looks to throw. Now he does. Far side, a little tall over there. I think Sunder, the intended receiver, just a little tall for him. Incomplete, 2nd down. Schramm 4 of 8 through the air for 50 yards. 57 yards on the ground. Price had 14 for 119 in the first half.
When they roll him out, is it normally to the right like that? I mean, he is right-handed, but
Predominantly,
yeah.
But they will roll him to the left as well. That the more difficult throw to make, of course. Ready is Schramm. He has the snap. He'll give to Price. Price finds a crease. Ooh, he just about went with that one. Drury then finally in on the tackle. 10, maybe 11 yards for Price right through the middle and a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, this Drury's, he's been a kind of a godsend for the Wildcats. He's made some big tackles.
He was about the last man standing as the Cardinal offensive line opened up a nice hole and Price burst through it.
Yeah, just solid blocking up front by the Cardinals.
Price on this sack cancer night wearing the pink gloves. Schramm has it. He'll give again to Price. He finds it. Oh, ball is on the ground. And we'll see that. This time it might. We'll see if Price now does find his way to the bench for a little bit. That is his 3rd fumble on the night. And Chisago Lakes takes over in good field position. So he picked up about, well, then the ball bounced forward, so it winds up being about 10 yards. But then it'll be a first down here for Chisago Lakes. And he hasn't had that trouble this year. He hasn't had a clean season in terms of fumbles, but hadn't had more than 1 in a game until tonight. Chisago Lakes takes over at their own 41, 1st and 10. Under center, still the backup center in there, and I think they just had their first issue with an exchange between center and quarterback. The ball got on the ground, and he went to a knee to pick it up, so a loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11.
Well, maybe it is the pink gloves. Who knows?
2nd down. For Chisago Lakes at their 45. 5:15 to play third quarter, 21-6 the Willmar. Keeps himself, didn't get far. Down there on his ankles, Fleming, I think, there for the Cardinals, as well as Maddox Swanson. And Swanson gets up a little bit gimpy. Couple of yards on the play there for Wasco.
Wasco's got those pretty shiny gold shoes. He and one other player I know it seems like are modeling the same type of shoes.
Making a fashion statement. Now, if that were me that said that and Atch was doing the game with me, he would say, oh, you always have to be the fashion critic, don't you? Because I like to do the same thing, notice different footwear generally. And then he'll always say, oh, there's the fashion critic again. Under center, Wasco. 3rd and 9. Whoop, he bumped into his fullback, and then he just kind of stumbled forward and makes it to the 49. Got about 4 yards that time, but 4th down coming up. At midfield, let's see if Coach Weiss is in a gambling mood. It does not appear as though he is. It's like the punt team will come on. It's not a lot of change in players, just 4, and maybe he's not.
Yeah, we noticed, last week you never can say they're going to punt it until the kicker actually kicks it.
That's right. Wasco counting guys now. And they are going to punt. Thompson to boot it. Standing inside his 40. The Cardinals weren't sure what was going on either, so they didn't really have their punt team on. Now they do with Sunder back. He's under it, makes the catch at the 16. Comes to the near side, finds a little room. 25-30, a flag down behind the play, so this is going to come back.
That's too bad because he made a couple of nice moves there.
Sure did. Got it all the way out to the 37, but the flag against the Cardinals lays back at the 23, so that'll be, I believe, an illegal block in the back, costing the Cardinals 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that'll put them back at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 there.
And that, infraction occurred so far behind the play, it really had nothing to do with the outcome other than putting him back deeper in their own territory. First penalty on the Cardinals tonight.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Both teams really have. A couple of holds against Chisago Lakes that were somewhat ill-timed. I suppose they always are. But we haven't seen any of the illegal procedure penalties or anything like that. They actually spotted at the 15. 1st and 10 for the Cards. 3:19 to play, 3rd quarter. 21-6, the Willmar lead. Schramm. Shotgun. He has it, rolling left. He'll keep himself, gets in behind the runners, and it gets out to about just a yard that time. Tried to find some blocking there, didn't get much. 2nd and 9.
Now that was pretty well defense there as they had 2 defenders and we only had the 1 blocker.
2nd down now. Sometimes you'll leave 1 defender to the runner and hope he can beat him heads up. Schramm again. Talks to the lineman. Now he steps back 5 yards deep. He's ready. He'll roll to the right. Looking to throw. Now looking to run. He picks up a block. He works to the far side, showing that speed. And he might have gotten enough for the 1st down. Did need the 25-yard line. That's right about where he got bumped out of bounds. It is a 1st down, 9 yards. And a 1st down for the Cards. 9 for 67 now for Schramm.
There's really no substitute for that that quickness and that kind of speed. Boy, that's really fun to be able to do that.
Schramm again. Gives the lineman the call. Now he's ready. Has the snap. Gives to Price. Price in the middle of the line. He makes a man miss. He's into the secondary. Cuts to the near side. Ooh, just a shoestring tackle by Chisago Lakes. They'll spot him where the 46-yard line. Nice gain that time. 21 yards for Price.
Now, he started out with both hands on the ball, but then when he got into the open field, he kind of just shifted into his left hand. But, boy, that was I think he would have gone, don't you think, if that guy doesn't kind of just grab his shoelace, basically.
Jack Walker, number 5, was the last man available to make a tackle, and he was able to get him by the foot. 1st and 10 out to the 46 for Willmar. 1:55 to play, 3rd quarter. 21-6, the Cardinal lead. Fake to Price. Schramm will keep. Kind of off tackle right. Stacked up there. Tristan Fetch, their defensive end, on the tackle. A couple of yards will make it 2nd and 8.
Boy, this quarter has really flew by.
Teams are running the ball.
Yeah.
Fast games. The long part of the game really was the halftime where they had 20 minutes up and then another 3. Checking with the sideline to get the play on 2nd down and 8. Willmar out to their 48. Schramm ready for the snap. H back right. 2-by-1 far side. Price will motion out of the backfield. They'll throw it in the flat to him. That's incomplete and out of bounds. Schramm that time making sure the pass was forward.
I was going to say, because that you don't want to have that as a lateral there.
Nope. Not by very much was it forward, but
No.
just enough. Incomplete. Third down now. I like that play, though, but it's a tough pass. It isn't a real long one, but judging the angle of your runner and so forth, that little throw into the flat, not an easy one. Third down here. 4 down linemen. 3 linebackers this time. For Chisago Lakes, they show the blitz. Here they come with Wheeler. Schramm steps up and throws, and just incomplete. He had Jacob Streed running out of the slot position or the tight end spot. Just a little long for him. And for the first time tonight, the Cardinals are forced to punt.
Well, that was close. He was definitely open.
1:02 to go. They had the right play call with the blitz coming and just couldn't quite hit it. Street will do the punting. Jacob will stand at about his 33 to receive the snap. Gregory is out there calling the plays. Snap a good one, helmet high, and a good punt. High, spiraling kick, fair catch. Call for drop, and the Cardinals have it.
Yep.
You're not allowed to advance a muffed punt, but you certainly can recover it, as the Cardinals do right there. Making a clean catch of the muff was William Maldonado, as he gets the fumble recovery for the Cardinals. Earlier it was 25. No, it was 29. Maldonado making the recovery there. Cardinals will take over. Well, that's the second kick that's found its way to the ground by Chisago Lakes. They covered the last one, but not this time. They had a kickoff that got away briefly as well to start this half. 1st and 10 now for the Cards at the 25-yard line of Chisago Lakes. Schramm sends a man in motion. That's Price. Pump fake to him. Now they'll go deep down the right side, and, just incomplete. Looking for the big pass down there to Cade Roloffs, and good coverage there by Chisago Lakes. Had it on his fingertips briefly, just couldn't quite reel it in.
Well, we've had about 3 plays like that tonight that have been just, so close.
2nd and 10. I like that taking a shot after you get the turnover.
Yep.
Maybe the other team wasn't expecting to be on defense again already. You could catch them napping, but to the Wildcats' credit, they were up to the task. 2nd and 10. Schramm, the 5-yard drop for the shotgun snap. Fleming in a little bit of slide motion. Here's the give. This is Price in behind Fleming into the secondary, down to about the 15-yard line, maybe just short of that. He needed the full 15 for the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 as he gets 9.
Nice job by the center that time, too. Matt Stray made an excellent block.
170 yards on the ground now for Price.
Doesn't he look quicker tonight than they were on turf last week? He looks quicker on the natural grass tonight.
Yep. He definitely has a jump in the step. Empty backfield this time with Price slot right. And Schramm will just keep it himself on 3rd and short. He don't pick up the first down. Down to the 15 or the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the carry and a first down.
And he made a quick cut there, too, to pick up that yardage.
Cardinals on the move. I wonder if they can get a first down. Where did they spot the ball? Kind of right on the 10. No, they cannot. So they need the full 10 on 1st and goal, and they'll start there when the 4th quarter gets underway. End of 3, Cardinals 21, Chisago Lakes 6. Back in a minute. going to have to play their best. Becker, awful tough, undefeated so far this season. Cardinals up 21-6, 12 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Just ready to get underway. First and goal at the 10. Schramm has it, fakes the give, keeps himself, goes to the far side, and Wildcats track him down. About 3 yards down to the 7.
Linebacker Easton Morrison on the tackle.
Second and goal. Check in with the sideline for the play. 40-second play clock in high school football starts after the previous play is whistled down. But it does allow teams to run a lot of clock when that's what you want to do later in the game. Schramm will lean over and whisper in Fleming's ear something on the play here. Has the ball, going to the right, telling him, hey, block well because I'm going to run behind you. I'm going to run over a guy. Touchdown, Cardinals. Alex Schramm just ran over a man right at the goal line, stepped on his chest as he goes across for the touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, Schramm is putting up the numbers tonight as far as scoring points. But again, it's, you got to really say that it's the linemen are doing a terrific job. And that time, the other skilled position players have to make their blocks too.
Fleming had a nice block there. Fourth touchdown of the night for Alex Schramm. LeBlue Moo on for the extra point. Hold is down. The kick is up. And this one he just pushed off to the right a little bit. But the Cardinals extend their lead to 27-6. 11-14 to play. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back, and a nice drive. The Cardinals do cap it off, and 4 touchdowns tonight for Alex Schramm. Coming into tonight, he had 3, so stack him up to 7 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, short field that time, Todd, after the fumble on the kickoff. Just 25 yards for the Cardinals to take it in. They did it on 5 plays.
Very nice. And Cards up 27-6. They'll kick it away. Moo has it teed up at the 40. Left to right now in the fourth quarter for the Cards. Just the opposite for Chisago Lakes. 11-14 to go. High kickoff far side. Juggled and taken out of bounds. Over there by the return man, Drury over there. As he caught the ball just in bounds and juggled it a bit. And then to recapture it, he went out of bounds with it. And I think they're going to have him at about the 15, maybe the 16-yard line.
My first inclination was that he maybe should have let that go,
yes.
But, I suppose.
Well, we saw that last week, too, didn't
we?
Return man got it and just stepped out of bounds at like the 10. 15-yard line it is. Wildcats come up on the football. They have had a backup center in the game for much of this half. Maybe it's the starter in now because they are going to that little short snap. Here's the give to Pearson, the fullback, on the dive. He'll get to the 18, 3 yards on that pickup. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I believe it's still the backup in there.
All right. Maybe he took a few practice snaps on the far side and made the coach feel a little more comfortable about having him do that little snap. 2nd and 7. Wasco has quarterback the whole way tonight for Chisago Lakes. Sends a man in motion, wants to throw, looking over the middle, batted down by the Cardinals. That man, Maddox Swanson again right there.
Yeah, he's had another terrific all-around game.
2 out of 5 through the air now for Wasco. 17 yards.
Well, again, if the Cardinals can stop him here deep in their own territory, that'll look pretty good with 10 minutes to go or 10 and a half.
One of the little fellas that rides my school bus down here coming by to say hello.
You must be a pretty good driver if he liked you that much to greet you.
Well, he got home alive, didn't he? 3rd down and 7. Wasco has the snap. Now the option pitch. Ooh, a spinning catch by Pearson. That made the entire play. He's going to wind up picking up a first down. Really got decked at the end of it by Rates after bouncing off a tackle. He made a spinning catch. That thing easily could have gone into the backfield, and the Cardinals with a scoop and score are out of bounds. Instead, he makes the catch and picks up 12 yards and a first down.
Boy, he looks like a very good athlete.
That was a terrific play. First and 10 now out to the 30. 10:03 to play in the ball game. Cards up 27-6. Wasco ready. Ooh, the snap a little high, but he made the catch and then gives, I think, to Schmidt, the ball carrier.
That's right.
Out to the 32, couple of yards there.
Yeah, it's not a very, about 3-4 yards on that snap, but boy, you got to have something on it. You can't just really lob it back there either. But.
And yet that little touch at the same time, it's not easy. I think it's easier to fire the ball 15 yards back on a punt snap. Then you just fire a rocket back there. You can't go 100% on this little short 2 or 3 yard snap. Fullback Pearson behind him. Wasco sends a man in motion, fakes the give. There's the pitch to Morrison, far side. He turns it upfield. He'll be stopped short of the first down, but a solid second down carry out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 7 will make it 3rd and 1.
I don't recall really seeing a play quite like that so far. That little bit of a different variation.
Yeah, it's that third option on the triple option. They haven't gotten that far very often.
That was a good snap that time, too. There was some zip on that one.
3rd and 1. 3rd down, a yard to go for Chisago Lakes at the 39. Oh, and that time the snap a little high, so Wasco makes the best of it. He keeps it. He spins into the secondary, into Cardinal territory, all the way to the 48-yard line. 13 yards on that pickup.
Yeah, they're making some great individual plays here right now, are the Wildcats.
That one was a high snap again, and he kind of caught the back part of the football.
Yeah, and he was kind of bobbling it a little bit. And
then his fullback bumped into him, expecting the fake or maybe the give. And Wasco just improvised and got the first down. 1st and 10 at the 48. Wasco awaits the snap. He has it, fakes the give, rolling right, wants to throw under pressure. Now he does throw in, intercepted by the Cardinals. Sam Rates over there makes a diving, sliding interception at their own 40-yard line on the pick by Sam Rates.
Boy, another big turnover here. The Cardinals really being opportunistic but getting these turnovers.
Boy, that's for sure. What a pick by Rates there, as he made a diving catch on that one to come up with the interception for the Cardinals. And they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40. Shotgun snap to Schramm. They give to Price, and he'll be dropped right at about the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play for Price. 2nd down and 10 now for the Cards. Maybe even lost a half a yard. Back to the 39. 2-by-1 to the near side. And double tight end formation, it looks like this time, or maybe there's an H-back far side up close. Rolling right, Schramm, he wants to throw. There's the completion to Sunder. He makes the first man miss, and he'll pick up the first down. Crafty play there.
Yeah, pretty move after the catch. Ball was right on the money, but he made sure he looked it in and then made that little nifty sidestep and got that necessary yardage for the first down.
14 yards on the pickup. 3rd catch of the game for Brant Sunder for 33 yards. First completion of the second half for Alex Schramm. Clock is rolling as he was tackled inbounds. Schramm calls the signal. Just 7 minutes to play here, 4th quarter. Cards up 27-6 and on the move. Schramm has the snap. He's going right. Little option pitch to Price over there. And he's slung down by Pearson. Fullback linebacker. No gain on the play for Price.
Now, that time they did roll Schramm to his left.
Yeah, and that's a
It makes it, that's, I was going to say that's, unless you maybe backhand it, the pitch, but to do it right-handed, it isn't the easiest
I think
thing.
he did go with the left hand. They kind of teach him to do that, but I think he's uncomfortable with it since he is a right-handed thrower. That left-hand option pitch is a tough one to make. 2nd down and 10. Ready is Schramm. Fakes the give, wants to throw, has to step up under some pressure. Now he'll run, and here he comes. Schramm has the first down. He's to the 30, down to the 20, makes one more man miss, and dives his way down to about the 6-yard line, or where are they going to say he stepped out of bounds? We'll call it the 9, 36 yards on the run that time for Alex Schramm.
Just plain old-fashioned country speed there. As once he turned that corner, there just was one guy that, managed to get him down, but what a great run.
Cardinals up on the ball now, 1st down and goal at the 9-yard line. Schramm checks to the sideline, gets the play, and Price is set deep, this time a little deeper than usual. That's the pistol set now. He'll step up a little bit. When he's right behind the QB, they call that the pistol. And he'll get the ball through the middle. Got yardage down to about the 5. 4 yards, just hammering it straight up the middle that time for Michael Price.
Now the Cardinals don't mind this at all if it takes them a little while to get it in the end zone.
That's right. Winding off those precious seconds for Chisago Lakes. It's getting to be a pretty tall task for them at this point, with a 27-6 Cardinal lead and 5:40 to play. Now they've got Gregory in there.
Yeah, he kind of ran that Wildcat one other time.
He did. He's in again here. And the snap a little low. Gregory picks it up. He scrambles around, and he'll be dropped. Just short of the line of scrimmage. Got back to about the 6 after the ball got away just a bit. Loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down now. Gregory will come out. Schramm back in. Just gives him a chance to, get a little QB time for Cullen Gregory, just a sophomore. Might take over next year at that position. Schramm talks to the lineman. 3rd and goal at the 6, under the 5-minute mark. Has the snap, fakes the give, wants to throw over the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals! As he finds Sam Rates on the slant. Well, that's fitting. Rates had the interception to start this drive to get the ball back for the Cardinals, and then he has the 6-yard touchdown completion here.
Yeah, he's a great target for Schramm, the quarterback. Nice little slant play right over to the post there, and
the 4:41 mark of the 4th quarter. See how the kick goes this time. Hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And the Cardinals extend their lead to 34-6. 4:41 to play, back in 30 seconds. What did you have there, Bill?
I've got 7 plays, 60 yards.
Welcome back as the Cardinals extend their lead 34-6. Nice drive there. Take advantage of the turnover.
Yeah, beautiful. They just moved it up the field. And, of course, the big run by Schramm, really set it up. What was it, 35 yards or so?
Yep.
They tried that little Wildcat play, but then went back to some bread and butter. And
right.
Nice pass play there. Boy, Schramm having quite a night, isn't he, between rushing and throwing now.
That's right. Just a dart in there to Sam Rates, his big receiver who was set up by himself on the left side. 5th touchdown reception of the season for Rates. He's the team leader. High end over end kick. Drury fields at about the 15, ahead to 20, 25, and almost the 30, maybe not quite. And Chisago Lakes will take over right there. 4:34 to play. Fourth quarter, 34-6 the Cardinals lead. Chisago Lakes will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Well, again, the Cardinal defense not giving up a lot of points again tonight. Doing a great job.
At the 30, I guess. And Wasco, the short set, has the snap, fakes to Pearson, keeps himself, gets out across the 35 to the 40-yard line just about. He needed to get to the 40 for the first down. He's going to be just a little short, so give Wasco 9 yards on that first down run. That'll make it 2nd down and a yard to go.
Good hard run. He's had quite a full night of activity out there tonight.
2nd and short. Cardinal defense, 4-down lineman here, but then a linebacker pressing in. He forces the issue wide on the pitch to Pearson. The first time we've seen him pitch to the fullback. He goes up the far sideline, breaking tackles along the way. They're finally going to mark him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 25 and 11, 36 yards on the run for Pearson.
Yeah, that he showed his speed on that. He's 5'10", 170-pound senior. Tough runner. We've seen that on his runs inside the tackles. But that time he got into that open flat and took off.
124 yards on the ground now for Pearson. 1st and 10 for Chisago Lakes at the Willmar 25. Man goes in motion. They'll give it to him on their kind of version of the triple option jet sweep. It's not really that, but man was in motion and got it as he was. That was Morrison, the ball carrier. Got it down a couple of yards, maybe 3, 2nd and 7. 3.5 minutes to play here. Fourth quarter. Cards up 34-6. Man in motion again. Wasco will keep himself after the fake to Pearson, and he'll get dragged down at about the 13-yard line. Another gain of 9 and a first down.
Yeah, the backs almost ran into each other there. The motion man almost ran into the other back, but that didn't affect the play because neither of them had the ball.
Wasco kept that again, didn't he?
Yep.
So he's up to 100 yards on the ground as well, and a man down on the field for Chisago Lakes.
Yeah, it's almost a standoff, isn't it, rushing-wise, between the two primary carriers for the Cardinals and the two for the Wildcats.
Yeah, except the Cardinals have been finishing theirs with touchdowns, fortunately for them. But, yeah, it's a lot of yardage on the ground. Wasco 101, Pearson 124 for Chisago Lakes. And for the Cardinals, Price has 174 and 123 for Schramm. So those two guys are almost at 300 yards, just short of 300 yards. You throw Gregory in there with his 2 yards, and they've got a 299 on the ground. Man down here still on the field for Chisago Lakes. While he is, let's take a break. Cards up 34-6. We're back in 30 seconds. First and 10 at the 13. Wasco ready for the snap. He has it, fakes the dive, and then gets tackled by a host of Cardinals in there, battering him around a little bit. Getting a shot in there was Jacob Flanagan, one of several Cards who got a piece of him. Did pick up maybe a yard to the 12.
Yeah, Sunder eventually put him down, and they did kind of go after the ball a little bit there, too.
I thought so, too. 2nd and 9. Wasco in that short shotgun set. Sends a man in motion. There was a couple of guys in motion there. I think the ball is on the ground, isn't it? The Cardinals say they have it. A missed exchange on the dive, and they do have it. Cardinals have the football. Reed Blymeyer had come in as the fullback, and it would have been his first attempt at a carry, but the ball wound up on the ground. Just that unfamiliarity between quarterback and running back, and a turnover by Chisago Lakes.
I believe recovered by Fleming for the Cardinals, Tanner Fleming. Turnovers have really hurt the Wildcats tonight.
They have. They've left the ball on the ground a few times in the kicking game as well after a muffed punt that the Cardinals recovered and a couple of fumbles. Shotgun here. It looks like Gregory is in there as the quarterback for the Cards, the big sophomore. He has it. He gives, and this is Trevino, Romero Trevino getting a ball carry here out to the 15, a couple of yards there. So good to see Trevino back in the lineup. He had missed a couple of weeks with an injury. He'll get another opportunity maybe. Second down for the Cardinals. About 8 to go.
Well, I think with the night that both Alex Schramm and Michael Price have had, they deserve a little time off.
That's right. And these guys deserve a chance to play in front of a crowd on Friday night. One more home game in the regular season for the Cardinals. And the way it's shaping up, a home game in the semifinals as well. They should get that first-round bye if they hold on to that number 2 seed, and I don't know why they wouldn't. Gregory will keep it himself, make his way out just short of the 20-yard line, about 4 yards on the pickup there. This win, I would think, with Becker next, and you'll still get points even if you're defeated by Becker. Of course, if the Cardinals beat them, you know, and Hutchin would happen to get beat, and maybe still could leapfrog him. I don't think so in a coach's vote. They put so much weight on head-to-head, and since Hutchinson did beat the Cardinals, but I think tonight, in my mind, would secure the Cardinals that number 2 seed.
And Willmar played Hutch really tough the first half, and tonight Delano was only trailing by 8 points at halftime.
Yeah, get another chance at him. I know the Cardinals would love that. Here's the give to Trevino. Oh, it's just wide open. He's across midfield. Look at Romero Trevino run. He's to the 30, to the 20, to the 10-5. Touchdown, Cardinals. How about that? 80 yards for Romero Trevino and a touchdown for the Cards.
What an exclamation point on a great effort by the Cardinals tonight.
That just kind of little icing on the cake at 38 seconds to play.
Well, that's fun when they get in the game like that and they make an impact.
That's for sure. Here comes the extra point by LeBlue. Might be getting a little leg weary at this point, but that one is up and good. And the Cardinals extend their lead now to 41-6. Back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Hits the kick to the far side, and this time they'll let that go out of bounds. So they'll take over at their 35-yard line. And first down and 10 there for Chisago Lakes. And 38 seconds, they're just going to, I would think, fullback dive a couple of them and call it good. Cardinals will run some fresh bodies in there as well, although not that many. Still, most of the starters on the field. As Leyva has been playing quite a bit. At least he's been in the regular rotation, and he's coming in now.
I think that 5-man front actually worked pretty good,
yeah.
too, on defense.
Yep. Kept him off the board, at least. And now we're going to have a timeout called here by the Cardinal defenders as they didn't have quite enough bodies on the field. So they'll call a timeout, and they'll make sure they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they have 11, but they didn't have them before. 38 seconds to go. Back in 30 seconds. Up on the football now, I think it is Drury now in there at quarterback for Chisago Lakes. Just to run a couple of plays, they've got, I think, a lot of backups in there. And as everybody jumped off a little early. Might not even be Drury.
A lot of clean uniforms. None of these guys have taken a snap yet tonight, I don't think.
It's Gavin Lewis instead, number 7. He's a sophomore out there quarterbacking for Chisago Lakes. They played a representative game here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I never got the sense that they were, the Cardinals jumped offside, I guess. So it's 5 on the card. So 1st and 5 coming up. I never got the sense that they kind of didn't want any more of the game. They'll come up on it again here. 1st down and 5 at the 40. Lewis, being his fullback, bump into each other. And no gain. So a little nervousness, perhaps. Ball carrier that time was Dylan Kay, number 21.